All right, hey, so we're gonna go through this workout. Workout one, remember it involves our upper body, our push, our pull. We also have our hinge, okay, which is our lift, our deadlifts, and we have our squats. We have some single leg movements to get that unilateral work, and then core will be involved. So what you're gonna do, and I'll have it written down, let's do it. For example, we'll have for our first series of exercises, will be upper body push, upper body pull, and then an ab. And you'll do that 3 times. So then that way you'll get those 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps, but you'll have less rest time because you're using an antagonistic muscle. And because it's opposite, you're resting that other muscle and you're getting some abs in anyway, and our heart rate's elevated the whole time, and it's super fun. I will say someone drew on my notes, so if it takes me a second to decipher it, please excuse me. All right, starting out, I also do not have a bench, so I'll just be doing it from the floor. I don't have a box to step on, so I'll be, again, using my little stool that I have. So, dumbbell chest press, pretty good with those. All right, with your weights. Oops, let me get mine at just a light weight for demo purposes. Should have had that ready. All right, so we're taking it down for our chest press. The heavier they get, please make sure they're closer to your body. Taking it down, we're gonna have it in that where that push-up location is, at 45 degrees, as opposed to our wide chest press. Want us to keep here, so you'll notice they're kind of at an angle. With your feet, you can have them down. If you wanna have a core option, you can have them elevated. Make sure lower back is pressed. Feet can be crossed, just switching them out halfway through. Want to make sure knees are over the hips, not too close, not too far out. Exhale as you press, slowly control them down. Exhale and down. There's different counts you can do. You can do up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4. So finding that rhythm, and then down, 2, 3, 4. Another one is 2 and 2. 1, 2, down, 2. This is a faster pace that would be used with lighter weight. And then also you have 3 down and 1 up. So on the strength part, it's 1 up, down, 3, 2, 1, control. Exhale, 1, 3, 2, 1, press. And I'll make notes of that. When you're coming out of this, make sure you're keeping the weight close to your body and then rising up. We don't just want it to flop out and overstretch our shoulders. So that is our push. Our pull, we have a hinge. You're gonna have some athletic stance in these lifts. Knees can be bent, hinge forward, weight is down, pulling elbows together, pulling the weight to the navel. Notice it travels in a vertical pattern, vertical line here. Squeeze, hold at the top. You also have that 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4. You can find that rhythm, yeah? Or you have the 1, 2, down, 2, 1, 2, down, 2. And then the 1 on the effort, 1, and then the 3, 2, 1 on return. 1, 3, 2, 1. I just want to demo the exercise. If you need a modification for your back, take it to a step kickstand, excuse me. So straight line from my head, shoulders, hips, down to my heels. This way, I'm able to pull and take some pressure off my lower back. Another modification for this, pretend this is a higher bench, please, is having the weight resting, then we're hinged, pull, reset. You can even take it to an alternate, which is actually what we'll be doing in the second week. But that's just a way to take off the weight when you have the row to relieve some pressure on your lower back. Okay, so that's our upper body push and pull. Next, we have squats. We're gonna be doing narrow squats. The weight, we're gonna be having a suitcase hold, so it's like carrying suitcases. Okay, remember that jump rope stance. Feet are underneath us, shoulders are back. This is what we did in our warm-up. We're down and up. So we're gonna get a little more quad work here and up. Also balance. 3 angles, closing and opening at the same time. Chest is lifted. Gaze is forward, not forward too high, but just so neck is comfortable. Okay, another option for holding the weights on this is a goblet squat here. So we're holding it as a goblet. Notice my chest has to be elevated. When holding it here in a goblet squat, we tend to go wider. That's not the point of this exercise here. We want to keep our knees underneath us. Yeah. Okay. I also like to hold it here, end to end, elbows underneath. All right. So those are your holding options for your narrow squat. All right. Partnered with that is we have our hinge deadlift. So with the weights, if you think of it as a barbell, they can be straight across. Personally, and I have a little shoulder thing, I have mine angled so it's more comfortable. Some people like them by their sides. That's not a preferred way for me, but I want you to feel comfortable and strong and balanced with this, so we'll find what you like. All right, so with our hinge for Romanian deadlift, we're taking it down. Remember, this is the one. Our shins perpendicular, shins and calves. Calves stay against the box. Tail is back, hinging from here, shaving our shins with the weight. And come up, slowly down, stopping just below our knee before our body is parallel with the floor. Squeezing our glutes and hamstrings, rising up. Inhale on the way down, exhale up. You also have that count series of 4 and taking it up 3 or the 2 and 2. One thing I want you to be aware of is when you stand, especially when weight is heavier, is that we come to this standing position. There's no need to thrust forward. Okay? So taking it down and stand. So that's our Romanian deadlift. Also, if you have a partner, go ahead and while you're performing that exercise, have them hold the stick so you can get used to it. It may feel pretty constricting with that, but that is a good physical where you know those touch points, and that way you can keep that line in your back. All right, so we got those. We got our hinge. Okay, now we're ready for our dumbbell overhead press. We're back to our push. You can do this from standing. I'm gonna have our elbows ready. Exhale as you're up. Very straightforward. Whatever feels good. If you need a kickstand, again, we're here, making sure our back is not arched. Yeah, the weight is directly over us, so we're strong, we're supported. Inhale, exhale, lift. Our stomach is not sucked in, but our core is engaged, and we're strong. Oops, see, and my right arm is a little off with my new rotator cuff. I shouldn't say new, it's a year old, but still cautious of it. So with our core engaged, we have a corset, we're strong here. We're not just sucking it in. All right, nice and balanced. It's opposite from our back, so that way we're strong here, we're supported here. All right, that's our overhead press. That's gonna be combined with your TRX, rear delt fly. So as you're pulling it back, we're getting the rear delts involved. I don't have a TRX, I do have a band. Okay, so we're here, we're pulling. We just want to make sure that when we pull it back, we're focused. Here, whoops, squeezing, shoulders are down. Shoulders are down, neck is long. No arch, no over hyperextension of wrist or elbows. Use the muscles that are needed if you need to go. Have a, so I know you're standing there with 2 legs. Again, you can always have a kickstand, yeah, to go back as you do that, all right? So we have that. Then next, all right, yes, a Bulgarian split squat. We're ready for our single leg exercises. With this, a good way that I like to use, you can do however feels comfortable for you. This should be a little higher, it's fine, it's not. Seated, my legs out. Wait, okay, extend my leg out. Stand up, then I take my back leg. Okay, that's how I know. As long as I'm able to have a little weight for balance on the back foot, but the majority, see my vertical line, shoulders, hips, knee, ankle is here, and this is where my strength is. And now there's different ways to do these. If I bring my chest forward, notice how my line is shoulders, hips, knee, and I'm here and I'm driving with that heel, I'm going to get more of a glute work. And my knee is forward, but it's not past my toe. Yeah? Okay, another way is if my chest is elevated, I can scooch out a little bit more. Taking it down 90 and 90. This is going to involve more of my quad. Okay? So I would suggest we can try one, like round 1, work on those glutes. Round 2, let's get this second option. And then round 3, I'll let you pick. So with our weights, with the struggle, so find your seat, leg extends. That's a good spot. As far as the foot that's on the box, for me personally, I like a toe. I do not like the top of the foot because it pulls my knee, but that's just how my body's built. I want you to feel good and I want you to feel safe. So however you have it, when you get that depth, when you're here, see, I'm able to be here and still have my foot flexed because I have flexible Achilles in the back, you know, like calves. But if that doesn't work for you, we can be here as long as there's no knee strain. And push up. So here is that glute press. Boom, it's like I'm on the starting block and I'm flying. Press. Or we also have that vertical 90 and 90. These are a definite fave. Okay, so that's working our glute and our quad. We're gonna combine that with another single leg, which is going to be our single leg deadlift. So we're really gonna focus, the glute will be involved, we're really gonna focus, on that hamstring. So with that, you can start with one dumbbell in the opposite hand. All right, this is the leg I'm working. That's the calf that's gonna be parallel. This leg here is just for balance. Okay, so I'm here. I do take my kickstand back, hinging, taking it down, lifting up, working here, working my hip, shaving the shin. The opposite, you can do this with 2 dumbbells if you like. All right, but this is a hinge. All right, and remember my angles. This is a single leg squat. See how my butt comes down and it's even with my knee? We're not doing that here. Somebody's pulling my tail. I stand from the front, switch sides to show you. I'm holding it in the opposite hand. This way my hips will be more level. Taking it down, shoulders come down. So if you see my hips, I want to avoid this or this and lift. Slow and controlled. Exhale as you rise. Inhale up. Single leg deadlift. Love, love, love these. I want you to love them too because you feel strong and you feel confident in them. So please let me know if you need additional cues for it. That's our single leg. And that is the meat of our workout. I held the abs to the end. You'll have, and I'll write, this will be written down, like you have exercise 1 and 2 and then an ab. I just waited till the end. I was gonna do all the abs at the same time. I want to show you the abs right now. So I have enough space. Okay, the first is a running cross. Think of this as a substitute for being able to run. Kind of, not really, but it's the idea of it, where our body's crossing. Yeah, we're getting that twist, nice and controlled. So it's to the ground, lower back is pressed, knees are up, hands are here, they're not pulling on our ears. The point is to get the shoulder to the knee, not the elbow. That doesn't matter, it's shoulder. And then return and switch. It's as if you're extending, hitting a wall, and switch. Exhale each time you go, and the faster you twist, the faster you're able to go. Okay? If this is uncomfortable on your lower back, whenever you're in a sit-up position, a supine position like this, keep something on the ground. Keep a foot on the ground. So we can lift up, exhale as you squeeze and twist. Return, switch, up. Okay, so it's more of a bicycle. But because we have that extra pressure point, right, with our foot, with our back, with our shoulders, it takes pressure off our back. When we have it up, we've taken that away and we're using more of our muscles. All right, that's running crosses. The next one that we have is a swimmer or an aquaman. So with our swimmers, pronated, face down. Arms and legs are extended, okay? You're alternating lifting. This is Aquaman. This is more of the modified. This is slower. Now my back is not completely arched. It's like I'm being stretched, lifted. I'm squeezing my glutes and my hamstrings and my back to lift. The slower is the Aquaman version. The faster is swimming. Breathing, chin can be tucked. Faster we go, tougher it is. Super fun though. All right. Next, we have with the Bulgarian split. Okay, great. It's a plank. Planks are wonderful, but one thing about a plank, if you find yourself where your form is being compromised, reset, regroup, and find your form. It's not about how long you can hold it with shaky, off-balance form. Okay, regroup, reset. So with your plank, you have the options to do it from a push-up plank, straight line, head, shoulders, hips, tail. Shoulders are over your elbows, over your wrist. You also have that forearm option, which is a little more, it's challenging. If you need an option, take one knee down to hold here. And as long as you're holding that other leg straight, you're still getting a really great challenging core stability option for this workout. Now, if at any time you find yourself dipping, this is a moment for reset, okay? If you find yourself rounding, that's also a moment for reset. And if at any time you need to find yourself in a tabletop with one leg extended, that's great too. Just finding that stability there. Okay, so that's our standard plank. We'll also have side planks. Setting those up, elbow is under your shoulder, and the direction of your shoulder and chest is the direction your hand should be pointing. We're here, level 1. So on your knees, holding here, okay? Level 2 would be straightening the top leg, having another point of contact with the knee here. Level 3 would be lifting, shoulder over elbow. And you want your shoulders stacked. That means this shoulder is over top of the other one. This would be also a challenging, more of a star pose. Ooh, that really gets that too. That's a great side plank. Same thing for the other one. Lifted. One thing you want to note is your hips. Let's see if this will get angled. I want to avoid rounding them forward. Open them up. Nice and solid. Reset if you need and find it. Okay? A reverse plank, which is, I find very difficult. We're here, pressing your heels in, lifting your chest. I know, see my elbows are under my shoulders. Neck is relaxed. I'm holding here. That's more of a posterior chain option, but that's our reverse plank. All right, we got those. And then that looks to be our workout. Okay, that's a great place to start, I hope. I look forward to your feedback. As far as a cool down, I always love to end with 3 breaths, just like we started. I'll take you through a cool down stretch after this.